Hello, hello everybody. This is Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace on behalf of Essential Stencil, here to do a super fun, sweet, unexpected project with stencils and paper for your Thanksgiving table, or really any holiday table. Heck, your dinner table. It doesn't even need to be for a holiday. We're gonna make something super fun and cute. I have all my supplies here, and I'm gonna show you quick, making the little project is pretty easy, and then we're going to really embellish it and make it super fun by using this set of stencils, this beauty. I love this set. This is the Thanksgiving set, but like I said, I'm going to show you how to do it with the Thanksgiving set, but any of the little sets that you have according to the theme that you want to do, you can create these for any special dining table setting that you want. Okay, so welcome to Essential Stencil. My name is Grace, again from the Comfy Nest. If you're here, please say hello. The company, Essential Stencils, will be giving away 3 sets of stencils today during the live broadcast, and then another set for replay watchers. So if you are a replay watcher, or if you're here live, make sure that you say hello and comment, and replay watchers, let us know that you're here on the replay. Let us know that you watch the replay so that so they know that you're here and you have a chance to win. Okay, I'm gonna grab this feed on my iPad so I can see you and I can see all the comments and I can make sure that you can see me, because the 2 screens really help me to do that. So give me a second here while I make sure that the live feed's working. Well, I can see you guys. I can see some of you. Hey, Anita from South Texas. And Kay is here from Michigan, so I can see you. Okay, here we go. Now, if I can get this up on this screen, then I make sure that you can see everything properly. Here's all you're gonna need. 8.5 by 11 inches sheet of paper, okay? We're gonna cut this down to make cutlery sleeves. Did you ever see those little sleeves that you put around your silverware to really dress up your table? They sell them at Hobby Lobby, they sell them at the craft stores, they sell them at TJ Maxx has them in their home decor section. So we're gonna make them, and we're gonna use our stencils, this gorgeous set right here, to embellish them. Okay, and this set comes with quite a bit. It comes, this might be my favorite from the whole thing, the gobble, gobble, gobble. It comes with that. It comes with Happy Turkey Day. And of course, it comes with a big old turkey. It comes with, let's see, I wanna make sure you can see all of these. This Grateful, Thankful, Blessed comes with Give Thanks. And it comes with, I love this one too, Gather Together, because it has that beautiful half wreath around it. So we're going to use some of these today to decorate these sweet little table setting helpers. And this is definitely a project that you guys could do with the littles. So if you have preteen kids, 7, 8, 9, 10 or up, I think they could really help you make these. And it would be a really fun, festive holiday activity to do together. Okay. Hey, Teresa. Thanks, Christy. Thank you for that. Hey, Michelle. Welcome, welcome. She says it's first time here. Well, we all welcome here at Essential Stencil. We're so happy you're here. All right, so let's get to it. So I got this formula. I don't have a template, but you can get a template. In fact, I'll share it in my free craft community called the Crafty Chicks Club. I got it from Terry Elsom is her name, from Papercraft with Me. Here's what she does. She takes this 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. It can be any paper, and you're gonna see, we're gonna do it with the turkey theme, with the Thanksgiving theme in mind. But I have this piece as a piece of scrap just to show you. Double-sided is what you want. This one is not, but again, I wanted to be able to show you. What you wanna do is at 4 inches in, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're gonna make a mark on this side, and then on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, you make a mark. That's it. You got 2 marks on opposite sides at the 4-inch mark. Then you're gonna connect the 2 marks with a line. Just take your ruler, connect the 2 marks. So you're gonna end up with this line going through your paper. This is why I didn't do double-sided paper, because I really wanted you to be able to see. It's just a diagonal line that runs down the middle. When you make yours, you're gonna want double-sided paper. You'll see why in a minute. Then what you're gonna do, use your paper cutter, because it's a lot more precise than this. You're gonna cut on that line, okay? So use your rotary cutter or your paper trimmer, whatever you have. You can use scissors too. It works just fine. You don't need anything fancy and precious. You're gonna end up with 2 pieces of paper that look like this. Okay, that is the basis for our little cutlery wrappers. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside because this is like cutesy, like little baby feet. It says tiny toes, baby feet all over it. It's really cute, but it's not appropriate for Thanksgiving. So that was my demonstration on how to get your paper to the right size. Okay, then we're gonna put these together. They're so darling, guys. Wait till you see this. It's so super cute. Thank you, Andrea. She says, I'm loving the decor behind you. Thank you for saying that. Gosh, I have some fun stuff. We did those the other night live on my business page. And those are from one of my membership clubs. We did those together. And then these I did live too, the little pumpkins. Oh my gosh, those were really fun to make. I love doing all kinds of crafts. If you're like me and you love all the crafts, tell me in the comments. Or if you have a very specific kind of craft that you like, tell me that in the comments too. I love paper crafts. I love journaling. And I just really love working with paper. But I also do home decor. I also like to work with fabric. And this actually is a great project. You could do this project with fabric as well. And then you would have them for years to come. But today we're going to do it with paper. Because paper, there's just such an abundance, just like there are fabrics. An abundance of fun papers, especially for the seasons. And in fact, the set of paper that I'm using today was sent to me. It was Happy Meal sent to me by one of my loyal friends over at the Comfy Nest. I think June sent these to me. And if I got it wrong, girls, because I've gotten a few Happy Meal boxes lately, if I've got it wrong, you guys have been so good to me. If I got it wrong, I'm sorry. But these are by Echo Park and they're double-sided. But they're really cute. Like they have all the fall themes. This is burlap on one side, and this one has like all these great little tags that you can use. But double-sided paper is the way to go, and I'm using cardstock, but I think you could use anything. So this is the paper that we're going to start with. And so here it is, 8.5 by 11. It's double-sided, so it has like pretties on both sides. And I've got my two shapes, and then here's what you do. You're going to fold in. I don't even measure. I don't measure. Miss Terry Elson, when she gives you the template, I'm going to share it inside the Crafty Chicks Club later, but she gives you measurements. So if you're a measurer, I'll get that to you. Don't worry. I will not leave you hanging. Okay. You're going to fold in. I just fold in like a bit. I don't know, like a 1/4 inch. I don't know. I'm going to fold that in. And then I'm going to fold this side to meet up with that. I've already pre-done it, so it's already done. It's kind of already folded. So you're going to end up with a shape like this, and this is going to be the pocket for your cutlery. So now all you need to do is take your craft glue, and we're going to glue on the top side of the little flap. You got this little flap here. We're going to put a little bit of glue on the top side of the little flap. Now you could use tape. If you have double-sided like tape runner, use your tape. I just really happen to like this glitter glue. It sets really fast. It works really well. So it tends to be the thing that I reach for. And then we're going to glue the side, the short side, and the bottom down. So we glued the short side and the bottom down. Now the reason, I don't know if you know this, if you're not a paper crafter, it didn't occur to me until I was a paper crafter. The reason we do this little flap here is because then we're gonna glue it to this. It gives you a little more room in your pocket, in your little tuck spot there. It gives you more room than if you were to just leave this open flat and glue it together. Then you just don't have a ton of room in there to get your stuff. But if you give yourself that 1/4 inch flap and glue the flap down to your long side, it's gonna give you a little pocket that you're gonna fit. You could even put your napkin and your cutlery in there. But that's why you do that. So let's get this one glued down too, because I have these 2 of them ready to go. And you can see, really inexpensive to make. Paper is not very expensive, particularly if you can get to the craft store when it's on sale. Heck yeah. You can get 2 of these cutlery, like these little cutlery pockets out of 1 piece of paper. And you would have these beautiful little table settings. And like I said, I think the kiddos would love making these. I think they just would love it. So here we go. I have a different piece of paper here. I went with a different one. You could get all matching if you wanted them all to match. This is all from the same series of paper. They're all fall and they're all in the same series. So they match. They're just not exactly the same, okay? So anyway, I always say you do you. If you wanted them all to be brown, if you wanted them to just be one solid color, I would still get double-sided because you're gonna want both sides to be colored before we start stenciling and decorating them. So we're just gonna glue down 4 of these and then we're gonna decorate them. We have a table of 4 at our house. How many are you having for Thanksgiving dinner? Do you know? What's your potential number? When I'm home with my family, a big Italian family, we could have up to 25, 30 people. But here in North Dakota, it's just the 4 of us, my 2 kids and my hubby and me. Okay, so now we've got 3 of them. And well, let's make this last one. This one I have not done anything to. It's just the plain paper. Brenda's saying, I can only watch. I'm working, so I can't listen. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Brenda, you are so funny. Hey, Michelle in Connecticut. And Teresa's here. Oh, and Dee's here. Hello, hello. Text BFF. Kathy says, I'm loving my new stencil. Yay, we love that. Hey, Karen Marino. Hello, hello. Hey, Melissa Grove. Look at all you ladies here. Hi, Luella. Good to have you here. And Sharita. Oh my gosh, so many people. And I'm way behind, I can see in comments. Susan's not sure how many. There's another North Dakota friend. Hi, Susan. She's not sure how many she's having this year yet. Dee's having 20 people. So 10 pieces of paper and you're good. 10 pieces is all you would need. It's not a whole lot. Hey, Diane. Good morning, good morning. Or good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. Hey, Kathy. Renee's having 20. Listen, the kids... Judy says, I love that glue. I have that bottle. The kids would love doing these. Listen, you got the grandkids or the kids over on a Saturday, Sunday, sometime between now and then. You just put their little busy hands to work. their little busy hands to work. And by the way, Miss Denise Parker, if you're here, I was opening my Happy Mail again today that you guys had sent me. And I didn't discover this the first time. She sent me a bone folder, which paper crafters, I've never had a bone folder. Now I have one. Miss Denise, you're thebomb.com. Okay, I folded it in 1/4 inch. Then we're gonna get the big side to meet this side here. It's that easy, you guys. Oh, and then I've got a bone folder that I can get a nice crisp fold there. Sorry about that. My phone's going a little wackadoo. Okay, now we're just gonna glue and then we're gonna start decorating. And wait till you see these come together because they're super simple and we can use our stencils on more than wood, you guys. You can use, you see the ambassadors, you see us, right? We do, uh-oh, I'm doing this one the wrong way. We're gonna have, I meant for these two to be exactly alike, but we're gonna have a little chat. We're gonna have a little difference here. Leave it to me. Oh my gosh, and the apples are upside down. I should have folded and I could still do it. I could still if I wanted to. But let's just leave it for that, just for the heck of it. Let's just leave it. We'll glue this back down. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I get so busy talking. You can still see, still cute. Just when you're using your double-sided paper, don't do what I did. Pay attention because first of all, you want your patterns probably to go the correct way, like this. My apples are standing upright. Here, when I did it the wrong way, I got that. So anyway, just pay attention when you're doing, if you have patterned papers. If you just get solid papers or papers like this paper, it's a pattern, but it's like any which way. It goes any which way. It doesn't matter. Same thing with the leaves on the inside, doesn't matter. But if you have a paper where it matters and there's a right side up, you've got to pay attention before you fold. So there's my little like, okay, don't do what I do. Do what I say, don't do what I do. Okay, now we get to stenciling. Woohoo! All right, here we go. I'm gonna get a little piece of wax paper for myself so I have a place to put my paint. And I'm gonna use brown paper. I picked out, well, actually, this is the, so I started with a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and this is the piece that I cut off to make it 11.5 inches. So I'm going to use this, I think, on one of them. Sherry's visiting her daughter. Well, good for you, Miss Sherry. Hey, in Georgia, Miss Tammy. Hey, in Florida. Look at all you ladies coming in. There's Patty in California. Oh, Karen's having 15 to 20 people at her house for Thanksgiving. Ooh, it's so exciting. So exciting. Good morning, Sharon. We are making cutlery holders, like little pockets for your dining room table. kitchen table, picnic table, wherever you're having your special Thanksgiving meal with your family and friends. It's a little pocket, you know, these little cutlery sleeves, utensil sleeves that are being sold all over the place. That's what these are. And we're going to stencil. We're going to stencil on them. And I think it's going to be so cute. So if I use the opposite side of this paper is not too busy. This one would be too busy to stencil on, but this one's not. So we can stencil on that. And I'm going to get a piece of it that's just going to fit on here. Where did I put my scissors, friends? Here they are. We're going to get a piece, and I don't, like you guys, I don't get all worked up about measuring things. I just don't. I eyeball most things, and it's all good. Like, nobody's calling the measuring police on me, I don't think. I don't think. Is it straight? Heck no, but that's okay. All right. We want this to kind of fit in here, and we're going to stencil on that to decorate this. So the gobble gobble, you guys, I'm not kidding you. It like fits perfectly. It fits perfectly on here. Watch. We can get the gobble gobble right on your utensil sleeve. You could even, if you got real fancy, you could even put names and customize them, but it's going to say like gobble gobble on it, which I think is so funny because their fork and knife is going to be in there. So if I cut this one too short though. That's what I get for, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's going to fit. We're just going to get this right on here. So I've got a little bit of brown paint. Pretty easy, craft paint, nothing major here. We're gonna put a little bit of this. Oh, this is a new one. We gotta open it up. It's just brown oxide apple barrel paint. So I'm gonna put a tad of that on there. We do not need a ton of paint here, people, because we're doing just these little skinny words and these little designs. I'm gonna use a little makeup. It's like a paint wedge. I mean, you could use a makeup wedge. I kind of have this paint wedge out. It's not meant for makeup, I don't think. I think it's meant for crafting. But a lot of us use makeup wedges too, and that would work fine. So we're gonna load it up, and then we're gonna make sure that we offload enough so that it goes on evenly. You're just kind of like working that paint into that foam. And then we're gonna put this gobble gobble right on here. Let me get this really centered. Sorry about that, you guys. It's gonna center it perfectly, and we're just gonna start dabbing on. There we go. I'm stippling. So up and down motions. I find that to be really easy. I saw somebody ask, I don't know if it was on, I think on one of the other brand ambassadors this week. You know, we have Sharon, Melissa, and Amanda go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, excuse me. Sarah's usually on Friday. Anyway, one of them, somebody said, I'm new at this, and I thought you could only stipple to get your stencils on, and that's not true. But you probably will see some of the brand ambassadors have a preference to go one way, and some of us have a preference to do the other way. So I think it was Amanda, and I think she was using her brush, her Essential Stencil brush, and I think she was swirling. And you can do that. For this, I'm just choosing to do the like stippling method with the little wedge, but there's no right or wrong. I generally encourage you guys, especially if you're new, to try them both. Get a set of brushes, a good one from Essential Stencil. They're probably the best stenciling brushes you're gonna find. Use an ambassador's code like mine. Use the Comfy Nest as your the discount code. You'll get 10% off. Also, go out and grab some makeup wedges and try both of them, especially if you're new. Practice on paper bags, practice on a cardboard box, practice on the envelope, the paper envelope that Essential Stencil sent you with all your goodies. Keep it and practice on it, and that will give you a good idea of which one you prefer. I go back and forth between the two. It just really depends on the project and what I'm doing for the day. Okay, got that on there. Oh my God, it like just fits, you guys. Look. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so cute on there. So we're going to make these little... I don't know why I find this one, I think it's whimsical and fun and funny. Like, you know, I just think it's so cute, especially for a utensil holder. So I'm going to do a couple of these. Now, I like to layer things with paper because I like the variance of colors and all the patterns. I like playing with all that, adding some ribbon. You can add so much. You can add a little bit of greenery here, like a little fall leaf on here, to make it really super cute. But you could also you could make it really simple and just put your gobble gobble directly on this piece of paper. You don't even have to get all fancy with paper and start layering things if you don't want to. We have another one here so that we can do, okay, we're going to do this one, this other patterned one. Let's try to cut it. I'm going to try to cut it. And you know, I tell you, I don't measure, and I really don't. You know what? I shouldn't say that. When I'm crafting my own stuff, like by myself here at home, I generally would be measuring, but sometimes when I go live, I just feel like you guys don't want to see me be all precious about this, do you? I mean, the whole point is to give you the gist. I keep getting interrupted, you guys. The whole point of us doing the live broadcast is to showcase to you how to do it. We don't have to be all precious about it, like, and get super uber, like, precise, I don't think. Because you know, see, it takes a little longer to do all that, to get all precise about it. Okay, here we go. Gobble, oh, well, actually, where are my stencils? Because I love the gobble gobble one, and if it were me, I'd put it on all of them. However, I wanted to show you that from this set, some of these other things fit on here beautifully, like the grateful fits on here. So let's do, on this one, let's do grateful. More paint needed. Do you guys, could you see yourself making these? If you're crafty, and especially if you like to paper craft or even fabric craft, you can stencil this stuff right on your fabric scraps and sew yourself these. You could use the same template and sew together your little utensil holders if you wanted them to be out of fabric. You could use burlap. I could just see so many possibilities with this. The paper just is easy and fun, and I just love paper. I love working with paper. Just love it. Okay, here we go. Here's number 2. We got the grateful on there. And actually for this one, I think I'm going to do, because I really like torn paper. I like rugged and torn. So let's tear this one up a little bit and do the torn look, just to give you like some ideas. Like you can make them super neat and straight, or I love the torn look with the paper like that. I just think that's so cute. So that one can go on here. So we've got that one ready. The gobble gobble, it just fits across the width of this with this pattern for your utensils. So the gobble gobble, you wouldn't be able to tear. It like literally just fits. But these words, these other words that come in this set, there are lots of them. So we have grateful, thankful, blessed. And there was another one that really fits well. Here, this one works really well too. Let's do one on here. And for this one, I think I'm going to use, I have this gorgeous burlap. It's double-sided, but I'm going to use the burlap side because on the other 2, that one's like really busy. So let's go with a plainer piece of paper, and I'm going to stencil this on here, and then we're going to, I'm going to tear this one as well. So you'll see it's just getting it stenciled in. And I'm just stippling up and down with the dark brown. And the reason I picked the dark brown, because it matches all of them, and it shows up really well. It shows up like you want to go with, I think my preference always is to go with a really strong contrast. So if your paper, your fabric, your painted wood, whatever you have underneath as your base layer is dark, then you generally want to go light on top for your stenciling. Generally. Same thing. If you have a really light base, then for your stenciling to show up, you'd really want a dark paint on top. Boy, I just have to keep reloading my paint. I think I'm being chintzy today with the paint. I'm just being a little bit chintzy. Okay. There we go. Concentrating. I'm not even talking. That's unusual. Normally I'm Miss Talkative. Look at how pretty. It's just so pretty. They're such pretty little fonts, right? Hi in Wisconsin, Miss Shelley. Ooh, Cindy says her daughters-in-law are taking care of Thanksgiving. Well, that's fantastic. Hey, Debbie, text VFF. Hey, Leona's here and Fran is here. Nicole likes the opposites. Good. Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, I'm going to tear this one all the way around to get it off the big sheet. I'm going to just get it off there, and then let's figure this out here because we got the 4 of them. I need a bigger table is what I need. That's what I need to figure out. So I've got the 4 of them. Let's push all this other stuff aside for a minute. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a couple of them are plain. A couple of them have the patterns on it. Let's put this one over that. We can do this one here. This one, I'm going to tear all the edges. And actually, okay, so this is interesting. Really good example. See here on this tear, you can't see any white. But on this tear, you get to see all the white. One's not better than the other. It's just, what do you want? I like the white to show, that paper pulp on the inside. I like it to show. So if you want it to show, you want to tear toward you. So when you're tearing your paper, if you're not sure, like if I tear it this way, what's it going to look like? Well, just do a little piece and then you'll see. Nope, I want the white to show, so I'm going to tear it the other way. Do you ever know that about paper? That when you tear it, you're going to get different looks depending on which way you tear it. And I like super rugged, like I want it to be super chunky and like I like it like that, super chunky and rugged like that. So I go all wacky with my tears. I do, because I don't need it to be super even and square. I want it to be really wonky. Like I said, wonky is one of the things that I actually enjoy about crafting. Okay, even that just by itself, without anything else, would be super cute there. We need one more. I'm gonna do it on the brown paper again for the front of this one, just so they match. Doesn't have to be, but that's what I'm gonna do. And we haven't used, see, here's what I wanna do is kind of test, like, will the thankful fit? The thankful just fits and the blessed fits as well. So all of these on these stencils that I've used, they fit on here. So let's do thankful blessed. So we're just gonna come in here and stencil this one more, and then we're gonna start putting these together. You guys are gonna see how cute these are. Do you guys get all fancy? Do you get all fancy at your table? When you set your table for your holidays, I would love to know, like, do you have a tradition for your holiday table? Can you tell us in the comments? Is there anything special about your Thanksgiving plans that is a tradition or that you're planning this year? Maybe you're planning it for the first time. Like, we've never done this, but we're going to do this year. And maybe you're the person who says, I haven't even given it any thought. Let me know that in the comments too. It's just a little chat about Thanksgiving dinner, and it's coming up. Man, I already saw some turkeys at the store in the frozen section. And I thought, hey, I might just buy mine this early and stick it in my deep freezer. So that little part of it's done. It's just going to be the 4 of us, so we don't need, you know, anything huge or big, or we probably could just do a turkey breast, actually. All right, that one's done. Super-de duper cute. I'm just going to tear it off. Like I said, I like it to look super. I have to tear it the other way to get the white. So this one I'm not going to do super chunky. I'm just going to get it off here. Because when I tore it that way, I didn't get the white, and I want the white. So I had to like give myself room to get my white scrappy edges in there. Because I think the contrast is really pretty. That one, I don't like how big that one is. This one's going to get really close to the thankful, but that's okay. So I want to hear about your Thanksgiving, like, traditions, your Thanksgiving plans. Do you do turkey or do you do something different? My sister-in-law doesn't love meat. Like, she's not a huge meat eater. So we usually, when we're together with my husband's side of the family, we usually have 2 things, because she doesn't really like the turkey, but she'll have ham. So we'll do a ham and a turkey, make sure she she has something she likes. Do you have anything in your family like that? Will be my first Thanksgiving with a grandbaby, so it's going to be the best ever. Michelle, that's so special. Super special. Oh, this is actually really cute. Okay, I'm going to put my little paint stuff aside for a minute. Now, I think you could get incredibly creative with these, you guys, in terms of what do you have on hand? Like I said, you could have the kids go grab some sticks from the, like some twigs from the yard or leaves from the yard and glue those down with this. You could use ribbons, you could use stickers, you could use buttons, you could use, if you like sparkle, you could put sparkle. I wouldn't put sparkle on my dinner table, only because you know how sparkle goes, glitter, it goes everywhere. Carmen says, we're super casual. Just do a buffet style in the kitchen. We do set the table, but the guys are usually in front of the TV watching football. Carmen, our house is super casual too. Like, okay, I shouldn't say that. My house is super casual with my 3 boys. When we get together with, depending on which family, it's so funny because every family depends on what side. Is it my side of the family, Chris's side of the family? We do things differently. And I think that's what makes family special. Like, you know, you kind of know what to expect when you get there. We do a turkey with all the trimmings. We have leftovers for the weekends. Oh, Jennifer, that's the best. Hello, Deborah. The white is like a frame. Exactly, Tita, exactly. So it kind of creates a really pretty frame. And this one I actually didn't tear the sides of. And that's a really nice contrast too. Okay, I'm gonna grab, because I was thinking it would be cute to, you know, these little foam, mine are square, but now you can get, these are like, I've had these for a gazillion years. These foam double-sided stickers that are a little bit, you know, raised up. It'll raise those little placards, these little words that we just spent the time stenciling. It's going to raise them up off of the fronts of these sleeves. So I'm going to use those on a couple of these just for fun. And then Miss Denise sent me all this fabulous ribbon in one of my Happy Mails. And this one right here, you guys, is perfection for this project. It matches perfectly. And actually it has little glittered threads in it. So glittered threads. So we're going to we'll play with this and get these to go a couple of different ways around our project. So we're just going to, each one may have a little different flair, which could be really fun because if you give, you know, if you have 10 people and they all have their own little utensil set, you could customize it with their name or just customize it by doing different things with the ribbons and all that. So I think I want to do this for one of them. I love to do these little loops. It almost looks like the things, you know, like for breast cancer awareness, how they pin on your jacket or your shirt for awareness with a little pin. It's that kind of little loop, and those can be really pretty and add a little bit dimension. So if I take that and I put it behind, if we glue it behind my word, oh, let's make that a little bigger. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to make it, I want it a little longer so it sticks out even a little more. We're going to be a little more bold than that. So let's go like that long. Okay, all you do is you create the little loop. We're gonna glue it behind like this, okay? I'm gonna get my hot glue gun going. I wasn't planning on using it, but I might use it for that one. Then for this one, let's see, what could we do that would be super fun? We could make a little bow. Well, this one could have like a little tiny bow on top. Let's do it. Like a messy bow. So let's make just a little one. And I have plenty of ribbons to use. I have this really pretty green one that also has metallics in it. So let's grab a length of that. Oh my gosh, you guys. So your stenciling projects don't have to just be about the stenciling, right? It can be all the other fun stuff that you get to use and put together with it to create these really pretty little designs for your, and this is for your table, for your like dining room table. Kitchen table. I say picnic table because, hey, if I lived in warm weather and I could eat my Thanksgiving dinner in the sun on a picnic table, I would. I live in North Dakota and that's not quite possible where I am. Well, I'll tell you what, it's unseasonably warm this year, so maybe it would be possible. Who knows? All right, this one's going to be like the teeniest little bow ever. But I'm just creating a little messy bow. I'm going to double tie it because I want to make sure it stays in place. Okay, so this could either be the front or the back. I like to have those little pieces of jute that's holding it all together kind of hang down as tails. And then what I do with all those ribbons, I just kind of like pull them. And usually I do more. I do at least 6. This one has 4 in it, but that's okay. We're going to pull them in different directions so that they stick out differently. And then what I usually do at this point, and I cut them down, like if the green ones are obscuring or covering up the other one, I'll just cut them down a little bit so that they show up better. There we go. Whoops. that wasn't, these aren't the best scissors for cutting my fabric. I need a really good sharp pair. Tim Holtz scissors to the rescue. There we go. All right, baby doll. So now that will go on this one. Yes, super cute, just hanging out right here. Okay, we're waiting for the glue gun. That's okay. While we're waiting, we can be crafting and creating and making pretty things here. I do the turkey and dressing, Linda says. Everyone brings dishes and we eat too much. Too much, she says. That's the whole idea. That's the super fun part. Turkey and ham both, Connie says. This is looking so adorable. Deborah, do you think you could handle this? Like you could do this, right? Some decorative papers. If you, listen, especially if you're not a paper crafter, but you have some papers and you're like, man, I got a lot of papers. What am I going to do with all this paper? This is a great stash buster for your paper collection. Totally. Great stash buster. Actually, I could go either way with this bow. It could go with the green in front or the plaid in front. Okay, this one I'm a little bit, what are we going to do with this guy? Gal here. I wonder if we could frame out, what if we, this could be cute. This one's so close to the edges that there's not a whole lot of room for wiggle here, like for doing much else, but let's try this. I'm going to cut 2 pieces with the sharp diagonal edges, about the same size. And this one, if I just put it on here like this, there's not a whole lot of room for a whole lot of extra here, but it would just be like, there's no dimension to it. So what I could do is take these ribbons and frame out the gobble gobble with the ribbon. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it. It's going to have the points hanging off the edges because I made the points long enough so that they're going to stick out from the edges. And that might just be enough to get it to be like cutesy, right? I'm going to cut these squares in half. And for this one, I'm going to prop this one up. But let's get these glued down first. Let's get these things glued down first, and then we'll prop these up. How's that sound for a plan? I want this right here. I don't want it to move. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of holding some of it down with my fingers. I'm going to come in with some hot glue and push down. Perfect. I don't need the whole thing to stick down because I just need to, it's really fussy. Like it's got to be right there. I can't be off a little bit on this. So I'm holding down strongly with one finger. I don't even need this anymore. And then I'm going to hinge this up. I'm going to put the glue down on one side. You don't need a ton of glue. You know, it's just a little piece of sweet ribbon. Okay, now that it's glued down on one side, I can glue down the other side. Then on this one we're just gluing down right away because I know exactly what we're doing here. We're going to use the double-sided foam to get the gobble gobble to stand up off of the project. That way it has some dimension, because this one's a little hard because that gobble gobble takes up all the space, but it fits and it's my favorite of all of them. I think the gobble gobble is just fun and playful and whimsical and cute. So we're going to pull off the double-sided foam tab sheets. So it looks like that underneath. You got those little foam tabs, and then we're going to stick the gobble gobble right on top and then use those little pieces of ribbon to kind of frame out our gobble gobble. You can do whatever your little heart, whatever your little mind comes up with, you can do with this. All right, now that my hot glue gun is done, let's grab another length of ribbon for this one. We'll add a little bit of the green so it matches. So we'll have this loop, and then let's add a little green loop in front so that they'll be like showing up together behind the grateful. I think that would be cute. So let's get these glued down. Easy breezy. I usually just hold them in place with one hand, apply the glue with the other hand, because, you know, it's like now you're being fussy about where you want it, right? Like I want it right here. I don't want it to budge. So this is the way I handle that. But I always say, you do you. Like you got to do it your way. I don't want my finger to get burnt. So I usually have something close at hand. Usually it's my little silicone tool that I can use to push my project into the glue. Okay, now, this is cute. This is gonna come down here like this, and then we can trim. Actually, let's trim these tails because I made this one a little bit long. Well, you could have it hanging off the edge, but I don't think I want that. I'm gonna cut this up just a little bit. This back one is the longest one. Let's cut it back just a little. There we go. This one too. Come on. This is such a pretty ribbon that, that Denise sent me. Thank you, Denise. Oh, super cute. I might even do this one just a little bit wonky. I'm gonna tear this just a little more right there, just being a little fussy there. All right, let's get this. I'm gonna put a big old bunch of glue back here. It's going behind my, it's double-sided cardstock, so it makes it nice and hefty and strong. And because we got 2 layers of ribbon and a bunch of glue back here, this one is actually coming up off of the little sleeve itself. Oh my gosh. Seriously, you could do this with fabric. You could do it with burlap. You could do it with paper. You could do it with, I don't know, like whatever your little, if you had like fabric napkins. Like if you had fabric napkins, you know, the linen ones, you could create this look with linen napkins too. Okay, this one, we're just gonna glue this down with a little bit of hot glue. This one's gonna have the big, it's not big, it's little, the cute little ribbon on it. So I'm gonna put the glue on the back of the ribbon bow, like where the jute is holding it all together in the center. I only do, generally for me, when I'm gluing down my ribbons and bows, I generally just do the center because I want the sides, like all the other ribbon, to like pop up off the project. So if you just glue the center, then you can like fluff these up so that they'll kind of like go every which way. They're gonna be like a little unruly, and I like that. I like unruly ribbons and bows. I like them to be wonky. You guys, are you kidding me with how cute these are? We have one more left to do, and then I'm gonna show you. Let's get rid of some of the scraps here. Then I'm gonna show you all 4 of these together. They are so darling. Okay, one left to do. It's this one, and did I have one more? Hold on, I have a feeling I had one more embellishment here. Hold on. One more embellishment here that I thought. Oh, I don't want to lose it. Where did I have it? Oh, that one's too blingy. I was thinking maybe a button or something like that in the center would be really cute. So I'm looking at my stash. Hold on, girls. I thought I had it already out, but now I cannot find it. Here, is this what I'm looking for? Actually, this would work really great. It's not what I was looking for, but it would work really great. You know these little sets of wooden, do you ever wonder what people do with them? These little sets of wooden cutouts that you can buy, and you buy them like in a little cube, and they usually come with a bunch of them. This would be great for, like for this, because you can paint it and make it, instead of using a button, you can use one of those little cutouts. So let's grab a little tiny paintbrush. We're gonna paint this little stinker. I probably have enough paint right there because it's so little. Let's make it brown. It already is, it's wood, but I'm going to paint it brown so it matches my words. You could do whatever color you want. So we just painted it brown, it was that easy. And then we're gonna make this part of this one with some more ribbon, of course. And this ribbon, let's do a teeny little finger bow. Teeny weeny little finger bow. I need just a little bit of jute to hold it together. Finger bow. You wrap it around your fingers. You make sure you have a tail on either end. And then you squeeze it together in the middle and you tie it. Go make a tiny little finger bow. It's going to be super cute for our project. We're going to tie it off in the middle, squeezing that center section together. And then you get your little bow right there. This one has some really long tails, but that's okay. Then you can fluff it up. I kind of like to fluff it on the first tie, and then once I have it fluffed the way I want it, you can do that second knot to get it really down tightly in the middle. So it usually gives you, however many times you wrap it around your fingers, how many little loops you're gonna get on that bow. And we're gonna put this down on here. We'll get some glue on our paper, stick that down. And I'm gonna let these edges are purposefully bigger than the sleeve. And I'm gonna let them like come off the edges and be a little unruly. Like I just put the glue in the middle so that these edges are a little flappy and sticking up. I want them flappy and sticking up. And then we're gonna put this bow here and we'll stick that leaf on here too. Just adds another little dimension there. And then we'll put this leaf right, we're gonna embed the leaf right underneath the bow. Thank goodness for hot glue. It just makes life so much easier. Oh my goodness, isn't that funny? Okay, this one, my tails are entirely too long, but it's okay because we can do the old trim. It's just easier to make a finger bow when you have enough of you don't want to have too little ribbon. Oh my gosh, this one might be my favorite. My little leaf is right under here, the little wooden leaf. It's right there. Look at that bow. Okay, so look at, we've got 1, 2, 3. Which is your favorite? I would love to know. We got the Gobble Gobble. This one's kind of wild and wonky, like really whimsical. We've got Grateful. We've got Gather Together. And we have Thankful Blessed. Do you have a favorite one? I'd love to know. Now watch. This is the really fun part because, listen, first of all, no judging here, okay? I want you to promise me, ladies and gentlemen, that you're not going to be like, Grace, seriously? Don't be judging me now. I got a knife. I got a fork and a spoon from my kitchen, and these match, but this one doesn't match. And I'll be truthful with you, when you live with kids, I'm not too proud to say, I sometimes buy my utensils from the thrift store because my children, my teenage boys, have been known to slide, especially their spoons, into the garbage with their plate when they empty it. So, right now, this is what we got. Friends, this is what we got, but look at you guys. And I would put a napkin around them. I think I would wrap the napkin around them. Oh my gosh. And then you're gonna lay this on your table, you know, for your table settings. Oh my gosh. And you could totally put people's names on these and make them just so precious and have everybody have their own little style. And what fun you'll have making them too. So it's not just about having them prepared for your family. It's also about like seeing them sit down and be like, oh my gosh, these are precious. I've never seen these before. And the glow, the feeling that you get, like, yeah, I made them for you guys. Like, it's so exciting to share that love that you have with creating and crafting with your family in such a fun way, and to dress up your little table. Not expensive at all. I think this is a great stash buster project because paper, glue, ribbon. I used a little wood embellishment just that I had on hand. And then your stencils, you're going to stencil and create all the little phrases that you want. And remember, I used the Thanksgiving set. I'll show you one more time so you can see which one it is. It's fabulous, and it has lots of words that will fit on this template. If you use my code, The Comfy Nest, you'll get 10% off that. Anything that you order, 10% off your brushes. If you want the template, join my free craft community, the Crafty Chicks Club. You'll find it over at my page, and I'll get you the template, like, so you have the measurements if you need it. I got it from Terry Elsom, but I'll share it with you from her page. Let's see. We are going to be looking for some winners to be announced here in a second. I love the Grateful. Ellen says, I love them all, but I really love the Grateful. Oh, I'm glad you like this idea, Terry. Maggie, that's the stencil set. It's called Thanksgiving, and it's a 6-pack. Yep. You could put Thanksgiving 2021 on the back. Oh, with a card and a message. That's a great idea. I love that idea, Cindy. All right, we got some winners. We got Michelle Strickland, Tita Smith, and Tina Presley. All three of you just won a set of stencils. Congratulations, ladies. So So make sure that you check the tagged post, because in the tagged post, the tagged comment there is the email address that you need to send them your mailing address so they can send you your winnings. And then replay watchers, another one will be chosen in the next 24 hours of a replay watcher. So you guys, I hope you enjoy this craft. I hope you'll give it a try. I'd love to see it if you do. Many blessings for a great Thanksgiving. I'll see you way before that because I'm live here on Essential Stencil every Thursday. So I'll see you before that, but have fun getting ready for the big Thanksgiving meal. Gobble, gobble. Take care. Bye.